Hello to my Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Leos, let's get right into it. Happy new moon. Happy new you. Happy new phase. We have a new moon, a new phase beginning on December 30th. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information is down in the description. Don't forget to journal your year of 9. Don't forget to journal your year of 9. We have a new moon in an earth sign, so you want to start at the root. Start at the root. Very beginning. Structure your year. So you want to get disciplined. 9 is a very creative number. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. All right. See somebody getting some rest. See somebody getting some rest. Here's the 8 of Pentacles here. See somebody getting some rest. Here is the 2 of Swords here. See somebody feeling a little, sort of at an impasse. Maybe feeling a little indecisive about 2 situations. Right here we have the 5 of Swords here. Possibly from something from your past that you're trying to move on from. Yeah, something from your past you're trying to move on from. Your intuition. Yeah, your intuition. You're trying to move on from something, right? Decision. You made a decision to move on from something. Trying to just balance some things out. Just trying to move on from something. All right. Here's a Devil card. So the Lover's card is not necessarily about lovers, right? I mean, it could be, but Lover's card is about partnerships in business, partnerships in love, and also decisions. I think that's a part a lot of people forget. The Lover's card is also about decisions, right? Just making a decision to move on. Close out a cycle in love and move on. 3, 6. So we're going to start out with this is 7 card spread, but 7 card spread. But I see somebody moving on. Breaking some kind of a karmic cycle is what I'm seeing here. Breaking a karmic cycle. In other words, what I'm looking at here, moving into the new cycle, new phase that begins on December 30th is what I think we all have in common. That's everybody. Is when we all move on. This is the human race. The assumption that when we move on, when people are talking, the assumption is that people are saying negative things about us when we move on. That's the assumption, right? But consider this. When you move on from jobs, or when you move on from, and this is how somebody can finally get some rest. When you move on from jobs, when you move on from whatever, where you move on from. The reason why you get some of the jobs after you leave some of your jobs is because people are putting in a good word for you. Consider that, right? Before your mind automatically goes to the negative. This right here, 5 and 2 is 7. Somebody moved on from something, right? So when you walk away from something, don't assume everybody's had something dark to say about you. Everybody's not chained to a particular belief system about something, right? The source is trying to help somebody make a decision to see what you have in common with people in the high vibrational, right? Not low. And get away from the energies that saying, oh, they talk about people behind their back. They must be talking about you. If this is what's maybe causing somebody to be spiritually dehydrated, a decision also is going to be made about that too. Are they talking about people behind their back? Maybe a decision. Right here, Lover's card. Decisions, right? Decisions. Or if you see a meme on social media and you assume somebody says, oh, they must be referring to you. So it's they didn't mention my name. They're not talking about me. That's not me. They must be talking to somebody else. They're talking about themselves. Right? If it's high vibrational, you want to receive it, great. You know what? Yeah, so somebody's giving something a rest, right? Hopping back in the saddle again. Good for you. Hopping back in the saddle. So that's what you're going to be doing moving forward. Here's the Queen of Wands and doing the shadow work. Doing the shadow work. Ten of Wands here. I see somebody using it, putting their fire to good use, being booked and busy, not burdened and bitter. Here's the Four of Pentacles. I do see somebody learning how to be a little bit more conservative with their time. And again, you and somebody are staying away from any kind of anything that's going to dehydrate your spirit. So the next thing that's poured into it, if this is it, remember this is another spirit that's taking over. That's wine or, you know, anything that's going to alter your spirit. It's another spirit that's taking over. Right? Here's a Ten of Pentacles here. So this is part of somebody's legacy. Part of someone's legacy. So it's just saying somebody has enough information at this point to say it's time for a whole new legacy. Part of it is a whole new legacy now. So somebody is now just kind of at the vault door. This is the Five of Pentacles here. Somebody's at the vault door recognizing I'm worth more than this. I'm worth more than this. This is knowing your worth, knowing your value. Somebody said, no, I'm worth more than this. And I want that to be a part of my legacy. Eight of Cups. So again, breaking a karmic cycle. Somebody is leaving behind. Your head and heart are no longer at war with each other. Again, this is the number 8. We're in the year of 8 if you're watching this in 2024. Somebody's breaking that karmic cycle, raising your frequency, tossing something into a burning bowl and heading towards the sun, right? The sunlight, right? So something is going into a burning bowl. That's fire. Anything low vibrational, going into confusion. Somebody talking negatively about you behind your back. Fire bowl, fire pit, whatever, or going into the fireplace. You're tossing into the fire, right? And you're walking towards the sun. That's fire. That's a big medicine ball. That's fire, right? That's what's going to recharge you in the right way, right? We had a Queen of Swords here. Yeah. Sitting on your throne, adjusting your crown. That's what you have in common with somebody. Tossing things into a fire pit. That's what somebody has in common with someone. That's what somebody has in common with someone. Here we have the King of Swords here. Again, somebody is just blossoming into, somebody's going through a metamorphosis or has gone through a metamorphosis. It was the Seven of Wands here. So somebody's now, you know, closing out a cycle with prayer and meditation. Not just prayer, but prayer and meditation, right? Two of Wands here. So something no longer motivates you anymore. You're not going back to this through some kind of long and arduous journey. You know, somebody said you're not going back through this long and arduous journey. Nope. You rather sit on your throne, adjust your crown, pray ahead of time. If you feel like somebody's talking about you behind your back, hey, you just keep on walking. Clickety, clickety, click, right on out the door. Had nothing to do with whatever somebody thinks. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody is crystal clear now. 888 of what something is. When you sit on the dark side of 8, succumb to passive and powerless behavior or are egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, mixed with a different spirit, in fire, it can take off like whoosh, like that, right? So, Swords is saying you're committed to staying on the light side of 8. 8 is your card in tarot, that fire card, that strength. Swords is saying to you that strength and meekness, right? You're going to rule by the sun. That's how you get recharged. If you got to sit in a window like a house plant with a glass of water in your hand, plant it. Plant it, right? Your physical body is the earth. Plant it, drinking water in front of that sunlight, air that you're breathing, grow right there, right? That's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. Right. So this lets me know that there's a, before somebody That's the Fool in reverse. Yeah, so that's the Fool in reverse. Yeah, before somebody looks back and goes, you take a risk, on something, right? Now, taking a risk, because the Fool in reverse can mean a lot of things. It can mean like holding back. It can mean recklessness. It can also mean taking a risk. Now, taking a risk on something, like let's say you say, okay, let's say you're taking a risk and you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to take a class. I'm going to take a class. I've been saying I'm going to take a class for a while. I can do this. That's class. Yeah, taking a risk. I think I can take a class, What am I going to lose? I got a couple of hours. I can take a class. I mean, you put your all into it. What's the worst that could happen? Maybe you don't pass the class. Okay. Maybe you're not as sharp as you thought you were. Who knows? Whatever. Right? But as it relates to this, when you're looking at this game of chess here and somebody being used as a pawn in a game and somebody has on blindfolds, somebody has walking through blind faith. That's what Source is saying, walking through blind faith. So when you walk away from something, you have faith in Source, right? So if you walk away from a job, you're saying I have faith in Source that when I apply for another job, hey, they're going to speak highly of those reports that I passed in on time, or they're going to speak highly of, whatever your job is, they're going to speak highly of those things. Somebody's going to remember that I did an excellent job. Somebody's going to remember, right? Even if, looking at here, because I'm seeing money here, even if, for instance, your direct manager has an issue with you, let's say, because the way Source works sometimes is something could fall in the hands of somebody levels above them that says, oh my goodness, oh yeah, I work with Leo. Leo did a fantastic job. Somehow it gets to them. So that's what Source is trying to tell somebody, like helping you. It's 888. This 3 8s right here. Get real clear right here. Is something worth your time? Time is money. Is something worth it? Something worth your time. Is something worth your time that you could have prayed. You could have sat on your throne and prayed about it. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Because some seeds were planted. Right? 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. Right? All right. About 2 situations. All right. Let's see which cards we got here. Yeah, about 2 energies here. These 2 energies right here. The seeds were planted. Basically, somebody was saying somebody is practicing some kind of dark magic. That's what this looks like. Somebody either saying you practice something like you're tied to the devil. So being tied to the devil, obviously, you're not sitting at home. Anyway, basically, this right here would be like tied to a particular mindset, a belief system, right? And this would almost be like negative thinking, like your intuition is negative. That would be because you're negative feelings about something. That's what that is, because that's what intuition is, like having feelings about things. It's like you negative feelings about things, right? So, in short. So here we have the 3 of Wands here. So I do see somebody, you're no longer talking to or about 3 energies. It's 3 energies in particular. Somebody's moving on from that. Whoever these energies are, you're moving on from it. It's you have enough information at this point. Yeah, you're moving on from something. I don't know who the, let me see. Maybe somebody was making jokes about something. Because I'm looking at the Joker card, but this is usually a full card. But like maybe somebody was making jokes about something, like talking about somebody's behind their back or making jokes about something. I don't know. But, yeah, came out twice in reverse. Yeah, so a lot of time was invested into something. A lot of time, somebody made some decisions to make a lot of time, invest a lot of time into something. So, let's see what else we got going on here. Here's the Four of Cups here. And then we have the Six of Pentacles here. Yeah, so somebody is going to get out of something what they put into it, right? So maybe you are, like, you're doing something. It could be a new job that you're in, but you're going to get out of it whatever you put into it. Whatever you put into it. That's what it's going to really boil down to it. You're going to get out of what you're going to put into it. You know? Something new you're embarking on. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. That's just really the end of it. That's really what it is. You have a sea of opportunities in front of you that lie ahead. Somebody's making some investments. You see things a lot clearer now, but you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So if it's a new job, a new whatever it is, new partnership, some kind of a partnership for you, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And that's really just it. So you and somebody are going to start taking some risks. Yeah. And so Source is saying get some rest. Because y'all finally moving on. Y'all finally moving on to calmer waters. Yep. Just moving on to calmer waters. Here we have the Six of Cups. Yeah. Raising your frequency, going on to a sacred community, right? Yeah. So you being booked and busy, not burdened at all, right? And no more mind games. No more mind games. All right. So yeah. Here we go. All right, so that's how we're starting out, getting some rest. Finally getting some rest, getting some rest, getting some rest, getting some rest, getting some rest. 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 Okay, here we have the Five of Pentacles here. Yeah. So yeah. So again, Source is just saying, know your worth, know your value. Something you made it to the light side. Keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. Seven of Cups here. You have things that's trying to come in fast. There's some things that's trying to come in fast. Whether it's money, love for somebody, whatever it is. I see you defending your decision to move on from some things without even coming across as defensive. Just moving on. Just trying to move on. right? Yep. Adding some structure and some authority to some things, that you're closing some things out. Here's the Tower card. Somebody's in a very vulnerable space right now. But yeah, here's the Sun card. But things are getting ready to become a lot more sunny, you know, a lot more successful, sunnier. Yeah. And yeah, I see you thriving. Not, again, not worried about who's talking about you behind your back. Yeah. You're going to get delivered from that real quick. People talk about people all the time behind their back, and it's not always a bad thing. You'll learn how to move on from that. All right. And not in an arrogant way either. Not in an arrogant way. It's time to release negativity. Time to release negativity. Somebody's having a double tower moment. One is hidden and one is right there. Somebody's having a double tower moment. So yeah, you're going to get delivered from what people are saying about you behind your back. It's not that you're oblivious to it. It's just that you're not even going to make time for it. Somebody's going to vibrate so high that it's like, okay, hey, if they're talking about you negatively, then hey, what you supposed to do with that? You're too busy vibrating high. Like, I wish you the best, but you too busy, you know, sending good vibration people's way. That's what somebody's moving forward towards. So here we have affirmations for work. I have the power to create the work and lifestyle of my dreams. Overwhelm is now abolished and removed from my work today. I calmly focus on one thing at a time. Calmly focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, somebody's going to get away from people who instigate that kind of stuff, who familiar spirits, people who say, oh, I know, I'm familiar with this, I know this, and not familiar with people. Don't know people's hearts towards things. This is right here, we're talking about heart chakra. Don't really know people's hearts. So Source is saying to you, that's what you're going to create space for what you have in common, because that's what everybody has in common. Everybody has talked about people when they walked away or moved away or left a room or whatever. But everybody is not saying something negative about people when they walk away. Again, use your example as a job, of your job. Use an example of when you walked out of the room and somebody says, oh yeah, and you heard later, that person spoke so highly of you when you're not around. Everybody's not talking negatively about people when they leave the room. So you got to go to the root of what started it to say, okay, that's what started. I need to release that. I need to release that. Connect with your ancestors. Connect with your ancestors. And then also, you got to also know if when people are grieving as well, there's too many layers. Too many layers. Too many layers. Affirmation for, and I say that because the Scorpio's card connects us with death, right? So if somebody's grieving death, that's something totally different. I mean, you know, again, what I keep consistently seeing in your cards is Source wants you all to lead. Put your sunshine, your positivity into something, right? Add your positivity. But affirmations for anxiety. All is well and I'm whole. All is temporary. I'm grateful for change. I have all that I need in this present moment. I release control of the future. I'm not alone. I'm in charge of my mind. Every experience is part of a greater plan. I allow myself to feel and let go. I am not my emotions. Yep. I'm not my emotions. Somebody's finally moving on from something. Finally moving on from something. Yeah, so yeah, so something is happening here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we have. I think, okay, that's the Moonology card. And then, that's the two of those cards. Let me see what else. Okay, let's get a number. Let's close it up. Get a number and let's close it up. 10:10. I am patient. Keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for your highest good. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. See? I am patient. I'm patient. That is what I have for you. So yeah, that's what I see moving forward. I see you all are finding out what you have in common just with the human race, just in general. So you just what you have in common with the human race. That's what I see. That is what I have for you. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.